but such is life. You know, might be a perfect opportunity for us to get the old fuck Riot Games in. You know, that's a classic segment we need to get in. But for now, okay. Apparently, it was because we had to repair the client yesterday. So
hell yeah,
you love
shout outs to Riot.
Shout outs to Riot Games.
That's Emerald's fault? Oh, it's the Emerald bracket. Oh, screw you guys, man. I hope you're enjoying the LEC right now.
Yeah, for real. In Madrid, not watching mini LCS. How can you do that to us, man?
Imagine watching pro play and not, you know, whatever this average rank is, like gold, plat, I don't know.
What am I reading? I just saw him say something about Kai'Sa runes.
Kai'Sa has meta runes.
Oh.
Apparently.
Okay. Oh, PTA. Yeah, that's valid. He does.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I believe lethal tempo is normal, but yeah, New Meta loves to build random shit on certain carries.
Really? Doesn't even choose to... Okay.
Yeah.
That was an interesting choice. Just walked up to Orianna, didn't do anything.
I respect it. You know, he's trying to impose his will, but then just chose not to actually commit anything.
Could have actually... I mean, it would have been a good way to... you know, start the lane is if you apply the GP...
A little bit of pressure.
Yeah, you apply the dot with the pistola, you know.
Yeah, you got a passive going. Oh, he hasn't actually started Q. He has started Barrel, which I think is...
extremely questionable.
That's going to be kind of troll, dude.
Yeah, look...
He's going to have a hard time.
He has literally just used both of his barrels within the first, 5-10 seconds of the lane. This is not going to go well. You should never ever start E with Gangplank, but
into ranged versus melee especially, it's so easy for Orianna to pop them.
Yep.
And yeah, it just makes lane really hard. It was already a hard lane, but now it is even harder.
Yeah. Especially, I mean, the other thing as well is the fact that every time Gangplank kills things or kills you know, like creatures with his Q, he gets Silver Serpents, and you need Silver Serpents to upgrade your ult. So if you're not farming Silver Serpents from level 1,
it's going to be a while before you get the upgrade.
You're essentially putting yourself behind intentionally. And that alone, I think, is a questionable decision. But alas, we shall see. I mean, there, look, you can see what Gangplank has access to come level 2 with the, you know, with the barrel combo. And I'm sure we're going to see many more. If we can see a Phantom barrel, that would be pretty sick. JP, please make it happen, but I don't have my hopes high. I
was gonna say that's a wishful thinking situation right there. But let's quickly cover all the runes and stuff that we've got in this game. See if there's anything non-standard. We've got Grasp for the Camille, which I think makes a lot of sense. You know, she's gonna be able to use it to try and out-trade the Volibear in the early game. Again, I think that makes sense. Volibear doesn't have any way to dash onto her, so as long as she sees him use Q and she has E available to her, she can just kind of zip line out, and it's super safe. Plus, also the Ignite gives her a lot of kill pressure in lane. A lot of the tankiness that Volibear has access to is based off of his healing from his W. And so if you hit Ignite, the Grievous Wounds just kind of shreds that by like 40%, and so now he is a lot less tanky. And like we said in draft, without his abilities and without the healing, he is not a tank really. In terms of the other stuff we've got though, we've got Comet for new meta, we've got Spellbook for center.
Look at it, got Gank coming out for the Spiky Balls team, Flash coming out from Brad. Is forced to use it to escape Costa's Sedge, but yeah.
Not a bad thing there though. Costa being able to get that is actually pretty big. They may be able to punish it in the next 5 minutes. I think Orianna is now going to have to play a lot safer, but we see E coming out here by Camille, going to lock up Volibear. Juani's here, they're going to get the lock up, but now he's on the turret. This is a lot less safe. And Autocam decides we don't need to see the end of that play. Nocturne did show up, so I guess they had to just back off.
But he hasn't shown yet, so they don't know that Nocturne is back there. But
Secretion is ready. His body is ready to find something in that top lane. Yeah, exactly. Look, he's even trying to play around vision to try and catch off the Camille. No summoner was burnt by Slimzy, so you know they could maybe do something here. They're just gonna crash the wave and then call it a day, though.
Now look, you see Costa pathing down to that bot lane, so going for the rotation, you know.
I think he's just going to start his camps again. They started on opposite sides of the map, so What we saw is Costa did his full clear and then immediately went mid. Meanwhile, Secretion did a full clear based, got 2 longswords, and then path top, right? So he was able to just start his camps immediately, which means that he now does have a little bit of a tempo lead.
Yep.
Whereas the time that Sejuani used, because she ganked 2 lanes, she's now behind on tempo.
Yep.
In theory, in the next 2 minutes or so, we should see the Nocturne hit the map first, right? He'll be level 5. He's got items. He should be able to impact a lane before Sejuani does. Unless Sejuani further sacks her tempo to try and make a thing happen mid, right?
Yep.
We can see that Orianna is cruising that mid lane.
Pay attention that any fight that takes place will have Gangplank involvement now, as he has just hit 6. Decides to use it mid, flash Q coming out from Costa, and that's a really quick kill coming out for the Spiky Balls team. First blood goes over to JP on that Gangplank. That's one way to turn around that level 1 mishap.
100%, I agree. I think it was very clean there. So Costa, again, he was already down on tempo. He chooses to sacrifice his tempo further to try and get JP ahead. The levity he has just given the Gangplank is going to be massive. Like, he was already behind.
Yep.
But knowing that now Orianna, she was playing a little too aggressive. Oh, wait. Did I miss something there? No, they got the Drake.
Yeah, they got Dragon.
Yeah, they got Drake.
No
They got
steals,
Drake.
no steals.
No steals. Sorry, I thought it was 5DK that started there, and I'm tripping. It is game 1 for the Twitch chat. Someone just asked what game we're on right now, so it is still. We are in the early stages of game 1 here, and Spiky Balls Gaming don't have a lead. They have a kill lead. They have a Drake lead, but the gold is actually 100 in favor of the Team 5DK. And that's going to be purely predicated on the fact that there is a 23 CS lead in the bot lane. T-Baggins is very ahead right now of Hui. Again, I kind of expected that to occur, right? Like, we hyped up in the pregame that T-Baggins is one of the better AD carries in this bracket, and you see Flash is going to come out here immediately in the bot lane. And
oh my goodness, Flash as well from Slimzy, trying to get in on this. The ult comes out to stop him from really moving any further, and that's it. Glove escapes.
Yeah, I want to call out the fact that Glub used his ultimate and the invulnerability from it to dodge the damage from the Volibear E.
Yep.
That was really clean, and it's probably the main reason he's alive.
Shockwave, Flash.
Oh, the Paranoia's going to come out.
Comes out as well, and there's a really good, clean dive for the 5DK team. Very nicely done. Secretion picking up that kill. Good response. From 5DK right there.
Yeah, I think JP there. I don't even think he was in a particularly illegal position, but he is down quite a bit in CS.
Yeah.
It seems like when Orianna came back to lane after dying, I believe she committed the TP to get there and then was able to just punish, and it's really big. But yeah, now we see there are 3 members here. This is an equal fight. Glove is going to make his way onto Brad. Rakan's going to try and make something happen here as well. Ignite has been put on them. Sejuani's going to get her to lock up. This is going to be at least 1 kill, and now it's a 2v4 for 5DK. They're going to have to run. I think they get away, and now on the bot side of the map, they're going to try and abuse the fact that Karma didn't move. They do get a return kill here, but the rest of 5DK have to run from this this grub fight. So really clean gameplay by Spiky Balls. I think they've actually come into this game running.
Yeah.
They are trying to have as much kind of, force in this early game as they can.
Yep.
Unfortunate that New Meta was caught on the side, otherwise that would have been a completely clean play. And they do secure here the 2nd feat of monster slaying, so they only need 1 more neutral objective before they have not quite feats in the bag yet. They need 1 more kill and 1 more neutral objective.
Yep.
And then they will have feats of strength.
Oh boy.
Although
that's
here,
a 3-man roam from Grubs to top lane to try and shut down Slimzy on this Volibear. Good use of the volley ult, but is it enough to escape? The Sedge ult comes out as well, and that will be it, as Costa will pick up that kill as well. Ideally should have gone to Glove, but yeah, Spiky Balls are really on it this game.
Yeah, 100%. And now all they need is that next Drake, and they get feats of strength. And still, though, they are 500 gold down. For all of the praise we're giving them right now, they are still down in gold, and we see 5DK have understood. We mentioned it in draft, right? We said, what are they going to do? They're going to send all their melee players to play around Sejuani on the top half of the map, lock people down with CC, and they're going to abandon new meta. And 5DK heard that too, and now they're looking to dive him. He's not going to have a fun game, but in this replay, yeah, so we saw there clean play by Spiky Balls, but on the other half, new meta steps up too far, doesn't know where the bot lane is, and they go, illegal move, buddy, time to die, and it's over for him. And then here, a little bit of bush cheese by 5DK. Does work out in their favor there. They actually, they got the better half of that trade, and Shockwave by Orianna, gonna eat the... He does eat oranges to get a little bit of a heal, but JP's gonna go down here. That's a pure solo kill in that instance. Yep. And as quickly as it looked good for Spiky Balls, we do see now in these kind of shorter exchanges, 5DK are actually taking the lead.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's showing that the the early game leads that 5DK have managed to establish are starting to take effect. You know, Brad is currently, yes, he has the same score as JP, but he is 20 or almost 30 CS above. He's even able to comfortably trade with Costa, who is probably the one with the most gold on the team right now, considering he has 2 kills.
Hold up, let's have a look. What's total gold saying?
We
can't look at it because we don't have blue bottle. Oh, dude, no. Can you? Well, let's look at this fight first. Paranoia's gonna come out. Quickly, Rakan throws himself in as a sacrificial lamb, but he is gonna get killed. Hui's getting a little bit of poke out here onto the Nocturne, but you know, they got what they wanted. They got a kill, they get to shove the wave for free, and they get first move onto this Drake, which is gonna be really good for them.
Do you think we're gonna see any attempts to steal from Costa? I see him currently doing Krugs.
No.
Yeah, probably not gonna even bother. Just let them have it. That would be a dragon apiece. Cloud versus Infernal. I think after this, yeah, there we go. So it's going to be a Mountain Soul for this game.
Mountain Soul is actually really good for both teams here. So if Spiky Balls can get it, they have already got quite a bit of shielding. So they have obviously Glub has his own shielding from his passive.
Yep.
Sejuani has massive amounts of resistances already. And also, you know, the GP is also going to have more resistances on average than, say, the enemy mid laner will, just because he's a melee.
Yep.
So getting those extra resistances will allow them to be able to kind of weather the storm of all of this poke coming out from Orianna, from Kai'Sa.
Yep.
You know, we mentioned again in draft that they're going to have a hard time in the 5v5s. If they get Mountain Soul, that 5v5 becomes way easier. They get free shielding, they get free resistances. That means that every time 5DK tries to fight them, it's gonna hurt a little less.
T-Baggett is really showing he's got the moves in that little skirmish that we saw down in the bot lane. Really interesting that Secretion is making his presence known here, applying a little bit of pressure onto Glub as well. Yeah, I'm not sure if they're probably trying to provoke him to, you know, to try and start an engage, try to dive, because Slimzy is back in.
Yeah.
But that was a choice. I wonder if perhaps was trying to bait something for for Slimzy to move in, but it's all good. One thing I'm keeping an eye on, as with the knowledge that I have, Gangplank is getting very close to that level 13. And for those of you that don't know, Gangplank operates on 3 stages, but we'll get to that in a bit. As Slimzy is forced to flash away and use his ult to try to escape, he wasn't expecting that much damage from Glub with that Triforce, and is gonna get taken down. Not a good moment for them, but here comes Secretion. Probably wasn't even needed, as Brad was able to secure that kill onto JP. And I guess we won't find out about about Gangplank's activations anytime soon.
No, it's a rough lane, right? We knew it was a rough lane before the game started, and they have not done themselves any favors here, I think. Fortunately for them, I think that Glub is quite ahead right now, right?
Yeah.
He's up in CS. They've been able to secure 2 kills off of the back of the Volibear. He's gotten the first turret as well. They do have the feats, and it looks like they might be able to do something here. Never mind. Orianna burns the flash and gets himself to safety. But yeah, I'm not super convinced here, unfortunately. because the mid lane, the diff is quite big. I think JP's having a hard time. Bot lane is also a 60 CS lead for the Kai'Sa. So it's really going to become in the late game, can Camille kill Kai'Sa before Kai'Sa kills his team?
Yeah.
And we see a nice trade here. Unfortunately, Center misses that. Cleanse is going to come out, and we see Kai'Sa's on really low HP. She's going to go in with the ultimate for the shielding. Going to actually secure one of the kills. Oh, no.
Oh, my God, the shield.
Shot. Holy.
That was such a clutch shield by Puppets right there. Incredible reaction to deny the death from that turret shot. Really nicely done by the 5DK bot lane. And T-Baggins showing, you know, how comfortable he is on this Kai'Sa, and definitely, as you said, is gonna be the one to see and the one to watch in these team fights. But replay of that exchange.
Yeah, so this team fight is, or say more 2v2, is very clean on the side of 5DK. Nice little sidestep there to waste a little bit more of Center's time. Even on this so low HP, knowing exactly what he can get away with, he just goes in, like you mentioned, super clutch shielding by Karma there to keep the Kai'Sa alive, and then they get to walk away here. Gangplank was moving on the other side, so it's a good thing they didn't commit further. As we see here in the live screen, we go back to the Rift Herald being claimed by Costa. I do want to mention that Costa is having a really good game here. He is out CSing the Nocturne, as well as out, performing him in terms of kill participation. And this is a clean one.
That was
nice.
Incredible amounts of damage. Just, yeah. Only tank 2 turret shots. Probably could have done it without the help of Puppets, but solid secure and dive right there by Secretion. And we can see Glub is in full control of this top lane. Push past that outer turret. Now moving towards the inner turret. Absolutely doesn't care.
Oh, look at the damage there.
Yeah. That Q is no joke at all, and of course Slimzy, being a Camille enjoyer himself, knows it all too well. The Ignite comes out from Glub, but here comes Brad saying, you've overstepped, my friend. So apparently not, because the GP ult comes out to help Glub get that kill onto Slimzy, but is going to pay for it with his life as Brad secures the kill. And Dragon going over to 5DK as well.
Yeah, I think that's a smart play for them, They, as soon as they know that there's multiple members topside, they're like, okay, well, we know we can take this fight, because with Glub being top, it's, he's not in the fight, get whatever, it's fine, right? We can take the fight against literally anybody else. And so they get that for free. They do also get the tier 1 mid, so the tier 1 mid is going to be quite big for them, because it's going to kill a lot of 5DK vision. 5DK are going to have a really hard time keeping that kind of area of the map warded now.
Yeah.
And hold up, what we got here? We see Volibear getting dove. Yeah, so look on the minimap and you see that Brad is moving here. I think maybe a little bit too aggressive by the Volibear to chase Camille in that instance. He has to ult immediately away.
Yep.
And then JP ult comes in. We see Camille's going to be able to take the kill. Knew he was dead there, but still commits the ultimate. Not the best choice, I think, but either way, at the 18-minute mark here, we can see that there is about 1k gold between these two teams. So
I think that's the most surprising thing, honestly.
It is quite neck and neck, to be honest. Let's say the main difference here is definitely T-Baggins on this. I think if you remove the differential, do you think that 1k gold lead is literally just what the AD carry difference is right now?
I think that 1k gold is probably from CS.
Paranoia.
But yeah, Paranoia comes in. They definitely want to get Glub out of here. Redemption as well. These guys were not messing about. Yeah. I mean, we called it. You get rid of Glub, you get rid of a big amount of the kill threat on the team, and yeah, 5DK are clearly operating with that in mind, as everybody else seems to be falling apart in the solos against 5DK members. GP ult is going to come out. The cannonballs are in effect. Flashes to try and get that kill onto New Meta, and is going to successfully find that. As Slimzy secures that kill. I don't think Sejuani got taken out, but top turret is going to fall as well. But yeah, 5DK are doing their absolute best to increase that gold gap.
I was going to say, they heard us say, oh, it's neck and neck, and it's 1k gold lead right now, and they said, say less. Now it's a 3k gold lead. Jesus Christ. That is really impressive play by them there to get kills on every lane near enough.
Once again.
Yeah, he does get it. The distance is enough damage, and just clean little tower dive here by Brad. Again, I think JP, the ranged versus melee matchup here is really punishing him.
Yep.
And he's having a hard time. And, you know, he's got the Triforce. We can see he's got the Serrated Dirk and a pickaxe here. So, presumably going for, like, an Eclipse, I'd imagine.
Possibly, yeah.
But, yeah, it's still looking really rough right now. I don't know. He's still not really in the game, per se. You know, the GP endgame fantasy we all know is him being able to set up barrels and pop people from an entire screen away.
Yeah.
And he is not close to that yet at all.
I mean, his saving grace is the fact that he has a Triforce, right?
Mm-hmm.
The GP is definitely a champion like Camille that greatly benefits from having that Triforce. Lucidity Boots, okay, cool. He is level 13, which is what I wanted to bring up earlier, is the fact that with GP, his barrels have set cooldowns based on certain levels. So from level 1 to 8, it is 2 seconds, when it ticks down to when you can pop the keg. And then level 9, it goes down to 1 second. And now at level 13, it's half a second. So we should see a lot more aggression coming out from JP on this GP.
Speaking of aggression, though, we see nice little ball combo here. Paranoia into Shockwave, and that is going to be JP's 5th death of the game.
Yeah.
Getting farmed right now.
But look at this rotation.
This is smart. This is super smart. Yeah, Spiky Balls see them commit 3 members to the top side, and they say, okay, we're not even anywhere near that. We're not going to try and do anything about it.
Oh my god, that damage. That wasn't even from Camille. That was just from the Rift Herald alone.
The turret goes down here. It's going to be a trade of 2 turrets. And potentially a kill here onto the Volibear. Going to commit the Singularity, and I think that's going to be a free kill.
Unfortunate. Wasn't able to delay it long enough. They are at the inhib turret as well, forcing 2 members of 5DK to go back and respond to that. But unfortunate for Slimzy, but good stuff from Spiky Balls being able to make that decision.
Yeah, I think the split-second decision-making was really clean by them there. They've essentially taken it from, okay, well, we just lost our mid laner top and we're going to lose Atakan. And they actually shortened the gold gap in that play because of the fact they were able to secure a kill and to secure 2 turrets.
Yep.
They have the turret lead right now as we move towards the next Drake in, I believe, a few minutes, right? We don't actually have an indicator to say when the Drake is going to be... Oh, there you go. It's actually up now. Never mind. But I was going to say they may have had the through line to it, but they don't actually. 3 members of 5DK are already there, and it's going to be theirs.
I didn't even see the timer on the minimap. So, I'm going to point that as a Riot issue, spectator bug. But yeah, 3 dragons onto the side of 5DK. It's pretty good. Yeah,
they're on soul point now. They're very close to getting that mountain soul. We're going to see in the replay here. Again, just what can you do here? He's just... It's weird because in that situation, it doesn't look like an illegal place for him to be, right? There's not actually anyone that close to him, but they have vision and they can jump on him and then he's dead.
That was actually that was Camille. That wasn't the Rift Herald that did that damage. It was the fact that Glove zipped in and out of there so swiftly that, I didn't even catch the fact that Camille chunked out Volibear like that. But, good stuff, honestly. These guys are playing pretty well so far.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think they're playing super cleanly right now. It's still only about 2k in the lead, but they have almost every objective they need, right? The Atakan gives a bunch of stuff for it. It gives them the AoE slow when they kill someone, and as we can see, they've already gotten 12 kills in the game thus far. They are no stranger to killing people.
Yeah.
As well as the extra XP it gives everybody. There are going to be XP leads in almost every lane, right? Slimzy's been getting bullied so hard in this game, and yet he has a 2-level lead on Glove. Glove is level 13, Slimzy is level 15, and that's going to be partially because of his Roa, partially because of the XP gained from the Atakan. And now we see the fruits of that labor because, Glove has a lead as far as he's concerned, and he's going to try and bully here. But Paranoia comes out and he gets caught in the side lane. What can you do? Suddenly the entire team are here. We have literally 30 seconds or so until the Baron is up and all members of 5DK are around.
Hold on a minute. That interesting TP from center. Okay. Nice one, center. You use that to What, to test out the new tram rail on the Rift?
He used it so that he could reset the cooldown on his on his unsealed spellbook. You know, he wanted to get his original mastery, his original spells back. So had to TP somewhere. No, I think he thought there was an angle on the Orianna, but unfortunately, I think they had vision.
Yeah.
So they just saw the TP coming and left. But yeah, look at the gold totals here, though. It is a 4k gold lead in the bot lane alone. It's 8 ECS diff, 5 kills to none, 11k on this Kai'Sa. If Kai'Sa is in any team fights, I think that
she's a problem.
Yeah, they literally, unless the team fight starts with several bits of CC thrown at her to stop her from engaging anyone.
Yep.
They win. But 5DK should win those fights, right?
Yep.
Wherever, we should be keeping a keen eye on wherever they put Kai'Sa on the map. And currently, she's clearing mid. So they're trying to get Prio in mid lane so that they can get control of the Baron pit. Unfortunately, though, several members of Spiky Balls are around here trying to get control for themselves. They've got some, got some control wards. They've got their trinkets to clear out the vision as well. We see they're getting complete vision control of this mid lane area. So they're looking to get a little bit of control, but as we see in the Twitch chat, someone called out Spiky Balls are a little bit too slow on the play, and they are kind of letting the game slip away from them right now. I think we mentioned in draft that if they're gonna win, they have to kind of carve the lead for themselves, right?
Yeah.
And we did see some really good proactive play, but I think unfortunately, just on a passive kind of fundamentals point, they lost a lot. Even when they were ahead because of their activity, they were still down on CS. They were still down on like platings and stuff like that. And so the gold lead never really manifested for them.
Yeah.
And here we are now at 26 minutes in game, and pretty much everybody on the 5DK lineup, other than Volibear, has a meaningful lead.
And I mean, that's something that we essentially predicted in the draft, right? We knew that Glurb would end up being the one to come out on top for Spiky Balls, right?
Especially on the Camille, but he might be getting caught out here. I don't know if there are 5DK members nearby to maybe assist here.
We do see everybody passing up, and I think whoever wins this fight will have the advantage for the Baron. But good movement there from Glurb to avoid the shockwave, and the team fight breaks out as the paranoia comes out. T-Baggins is able to get the kill onto Glurb, so the rest of Spiky Balls are surely going to full double kill coming out for T-Baggins as well, as he is gonna have to run away due to being so low. There's flash though to get the stun onto JP, and chasing New Meta will be 5DK, but they're gonna let that go as that is 4 kills for none. Almost a clean ace. Very nicely done by 5DK, and that, I mean, yeah, unfortunately, due to the outcome of that fight, nobody's gonna choose to go for the Baron, so Baron will remain on the map. Yeah. That is all
super
that she wrote
difficult
for
here,
now.
it is very, very difficult here for these guys to play. I think they're having a hard time. Like we saw in the Twitch chat, someone mentioned that the mid lane and AP carry for Spiky Balls right now are just a little bit too far behind. They are going to get a really nice catch here. Camille getting that shutdown.
That's a big shutdown.
That's 1,000 gold here onto Glurb.
Uh-oh, speedrun the dragon, trying to get the Dragon Soul.
He still got it!
Still smites it. That's worth. That's Dragon Soul confirmed, and the TP comes in from Slimzy. Flash comes out from the center. They are going to get the kill onto Glurb. So, Camille is out of commission for the next 45 seconds, but will they be able to do anything with this? They can't really do much because Secretion is dead. T-Baggins is also dead, who is like the main damage source for this game at the moment. Yeah, they're just gonna have to try to siege and stall for now.
Yeah, with the Mountain Soul over to the side of 5DK, I think they're gonna have a really difficult time finding these kind of picks they need to find now. Even T-Baggins with literally 0 tank items is gonna be a little bit beefy. They're gonna need probably 2 rotations of spells to kill him instead of just 1 now.
Yeah.
Because no one on their team is that bursty yet, right? Like Quay is
Aside from Glurb.
Quay is on 2 items.
Yeah.
Glurb is on 3, but he had to build a tank item, so it's not like it's pure damage. He's got Triforce and the Ravenous Hydra. But then he's had to go for the staring stage. And
Look at those kegs.
look at the damage!
Oh my god! Where did Wei go? Probably the same place that Slimsy's about to go as Glove has set his eyes on the bear. Oh my goodness, absolutely gets sliced apart. And Brad, you're not too far from meeting your teammate in the base. Oh, whoa, another 1,000 gold shutdown for Glove. This is huge. You cannot be understated how much gold Glurb is collecting right now. But again, as we said, this is a double-edged sword. If Glurb dies, all of your money is back at base. You can't do anything with it.
Yeah, he is about to be full build, like someone just said in the Twitch chat. He's got so much gold on him right now for some of these shutdowns, but it's so hard right now for him to be able to actually carry the game, unfortunately, because at this point, yes, Kai'Sa is super strong, but so is Orianna, and so is the Nocturne as well.
Yeah.
Like, all three of them are pretty strong. I want to know how much money Nocturne's currently sitting on, because, well, he did buy the Steel Sigil, so he's probably going for Death's Dance here, which is going to make it so much harder for them to kill. But we see a cheeky little start of the Baron here. I mean, we spoke about this yesterday. You could have heard Sai rave. If you're below on gold, it's going to be really hard for you to do the Baron here. It shreds your resistances. And we see 5DK are wrapping around. They're going to have to leave it, but it's on 3K. That means 5DK can just start it. It's very close to being stolen. They're going to just take this. Red team do get it. That's so unfortunate. And now the team fight begins. And JP's in the wrong place. He's going to get collapsed on. What can they even do here? Hui's got to run. Sejuani's just going to watch his AP carry get popped. And he just has to run behind the turret and pray. Meanwhile, we see Glurb and Center off on the top, just like genuine catastrophe.
Oh, okay. Glurb is actually removing the minion waves really high up in the lane, so they only have access to this one wave right now. So if this wave gets removed, they have no seed potential.
But who's gonna clear the wave, dude? It's Rakan and Sejuani. Sejuani gets popped. They take the turret with it. Camille's finally back here, but half HP for the. Never mind, not half HP, full HP gone for Center. Center sent to the Shadow Realm, and Glove is about to get popped as well.
Oh my god.
Holy.
Yeah, T-Baggins is ridiculous.
Yeah, 12, 1, and 4 right now, 326 CS. He is nearly full build, and that's going to be game 1 for 5DK. Was started as a fairly close affair, fell apart at 20 minutes.
Wow.
And that is a very clean execution on ending that one, I think. That was... You know, I think to the surprise of no one, once the game started to go off the rails, very clean execution. Can't say anything. Can't say fairer than that, really.
Yeah, no, absolutely.